I remember growing up in the 60s when America was mainly black and white. And now, when I say white, it also includes um, Italians and Greeks, things of that nature. So it was mainly black and white people. There were a few Latino people um, when I was growing up. And in the neighborhood I lived in, it was mainly blacks, Latinos. I lived in a community where it was mainly, um, there was like few blacks, and then there was Greeks and Italians. That was the world I grew up in. There were no Africans from the continent. There were no Haitian people. Um, there were biracial people, but not, I don't recall seeing a whole lot of biracial people. Things are a lot, open and freer now, so to speak. But when a lot of Africans and Haitians and people of other countries started coming here to America, they had a problem with being referred to as black. They didn't want to be black. Nowadays, it's mind blowing to me that I'm seeing this whole war, so to speak, that's going on social media, where you have Black Americans telling Africans from the continent, they're telling Haitians, and even biracials that you're not black. And you have these same people that at one time rejected blackness, did not want to identify with being black. Now you have these same people that's in an outrage or in an uproar saying, Black Americans aren't the only black people. I'm black too. We're all black. We're all in this happy-go-lucky black box, so to speak. When I remember conversations with Africans from the continent, when I referred to them as being black, they would tell me, I'm African. I am not black. But now you hear a lot of those same Africans that rejected blackness, did not want to identify with being black, even biracials that were half black and half white, or half Italian, half black, half Asian, half black. These same people that were proud to claim their other side and reject the black side. You got biracials that are telling you that they're white. They would put down on their documentation that they're white. They would have on their birth certificate that they are white. Their IDs will identify as white. Now you have a lot of these same people that rejected blackness, where it was a shame. They were ashamed of being black. Now they're battling with Black Americans on social media, telling Black Americans that they are black. It's interesting to me because these same people want to be black or identify with being black without having to deal with the black struggle. These same people you don't see protesting. These same people you don't see when things are hot. When black people were being lynched, when their homes were being set on fire, crosses were burned in front of their homes, when the civil rights movement was going on, you didn't see any of these people. So now you have these same people coming to America that rejected blackness. Now all of a sudden, blacks seem to be popular. It's now popular to be black. That's weird to me. So you want to claim blackness without having to go or having to deal with the black struggle. being called out of your name, the N-word, you know, water fountain. I came up in a time where there was separate water fountains, a white only and a black only. I grew up in a time where the black man or the black woman was not able to look a white man in the eyes. I remember, I say back in the 70s, as I got older, where if you notice, when you look at black men, when they talk to white men, they will look away or they will look down, because it was almost illegal for a black man to look a white man in the eyes, because by looking them in the eyes, that's saying that you're equal to them. And you had white men that would feel uncomfortable, that would become enraged. What you're looking at, and even to this day, among certain police officers, they have the same thing. So when one of these young black boys look a white cop in the eyes, the white cop, what you looking at, and more than likely will probably punch him while he's cuffed, right? So we have that even to this day, man, among law enforcement, where they can't stand a young boy because they feel if a young black male looked them in the eyes, they feel threatened by that. See, but this is what a lot of Haitians, a lot of Africans from the continent, they want to come here and praise the white man for allowing them in this country. And they want to reject blackness, and they would tell you, I'm African, I'm not black, I'm not an Akata. So now that black appears to be popular, everybody now wants to be black. You see all of these biracials telling you, I have black in me, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, because they want to capitalize off of the benefits that's in the black community. Benefits that come to the black community now, they want to benefit off of that. Now that you find that so many so-called black Americans are talking about reparation, these same people that rejected black people, these same people that ran from the black struggle, did not grow up in the hood. There are more white people out there that grew up in the hood, that grew up with black people. You have people that grew up in the hood, some whites that grew up in the hood, and they paid their dues, man. They got beat down. You know, they were beat down, they were bullied, and they earned the respect. So now they can go into just about any hood and survive. But you have Africans that come here, they stay to themselves, they don't get involved with black Americans, and you find they don't even want to marry within the so-called black American culture. And now they're upset because you have people like Tariq Nasheed are talking about FBAs. Nobody wants to claim Africa. You know, so now that black Americans are not claiming Africa and saying that we're different than you are, now you have these same Africans that rejected you are now saying that, oh, you're from Africa, you're African, we're all the same, you're my brother, but yet you were never there and never had to go through the struggles with the foundational black Americans. But I just think it is mind-blowing to see all of these debates and these people being offended, these biracials, where they claim their white side all their lives. You know, they wanted to be white. They didn't want to identify with being black because they didn't like the way it felt to be black. So now that you find that black Americans are, you know, are talented, and is now everybody wants to be black. Everybody wants to benefit off the black race. That's weird to me.